Welcome to Maritime Business Podcast from ukportsandlogistics.com. We aim to build knowledge, networks and solutions for international maritime trade. Our partner for this podcast on parallel importing is the Leeds office of DLA Piper. DLA deliver expert legal advice on international trade to their clients and counsel worldwide.
Hello, my name is Edward Chatterton. I'm an associate at dlap Piper, specialising in intellectual property matters with a particular emphasis on international issues. For those of you who don't know, dlap Piper is an international law firm with offices spanning the globe. Parallel importation is effectively where branded goods come to market through a trade channel not intended by the owner of the trademark applied to the goods. Goods will be bought in one market with the brand owner's consent and then imported into a second market for resale without the brand owner's consent. Parallel import goods, or grey market goods as they are sometimes known, are the genuine article. As we shall see, not all forms of parallel importing are unlawful. Parallel importing occurs in two main scenarios. The first involves different products. In this scenario, the brand owner may produce different versions of a product for sale in different markets. The second, more usual scenario involves different prices. The brand owner may choose to sell, or its agents to sell, the same product at different prices in different markets. The parallel importer will purchase and import goods from the lower price market in order to sell those products in the higher price market. The parallel importer makes a profit through the price uplift in the second market and by slightly undercutting the official trade channel price. Where the specific goods are placed on the market within the EEA by the brand owner or with his consent, the brand owner is said to have exhausted his trademark owner's rights and they will not be able to complain about the parallel importation of goods within the EEA. Parallel importation within the EEA supports the concept of free movement of goods and is lawful. However, where the specific goods are placed on the market outside the EEA by the brand owner with his consent, the parallel importation of those goods back into the EEA can be prevented as being unlawful. Where there has been unlawful parallel importation, a brand owner can bring a claim for trademark infringement against a parallel importer and anyone else dealing with the goods in the parallel importer's supply chain, whether or not the products were bought by members of that supply chain in good faith. If successful, the brand owner can obtain a court order awarding damages or an account of profits, destruction or delivery up of the infringing product, prohibition of further parallel imports by the importer, identification of customers and suppliers, and payment of legal costs. Brand owners may also bring a claim for breach of contract by a member of its own supply chain, where that entity has breached contractual obligations preventing the sale of products to third parties outside the official supply chain. Brand owners will not normally suffer a direct loss of profit. In the long term, however, there can be very severe consequences. Where a parallel importer offers a discount version of a branded product through an unofficial trade channel, there is a risk of consumers being confused, the brand being tarnished, and the trademark being devalued. The brand owner's ability to control the distribution process will be undermined, and its relationship with the official supply chain may suffer if it allows unfair competition to continue unchecked. Official supply chain members, especially retailers, and those who lawfully parallel import within the EEA, will suffer the most financially as a result of end users purchasing the unlawful parallel imported product at a lower price. Not only will they suffer loss of sales, but it may put them in breach of minimum sales targets. Unofficial supply chain members that knowingly deal in unlawful parallel imports take unfair advantage over customers that trade lawfully. Members of the parallel importer supply chain may not realise that they are involved in unlawful activity, but they can still be liable for trademark infringement. End users enjoy the positive effect of parallel importing as it forces down prices or provides customers with an opportunity to purchase a product which otherwise would not have been available. Logistics and warehousing providers will not be liable for trademark infringement if they are merely transporting or storing the goods. Although these entities will not be directly involved in any action for trademark infringement, they may have to comply with any court order for the delivery up or destruction of goods in their custody. Brand owners should communicate with members of its supply chain and third-party wholesalers and retailers to keep them informed of suspected batches of unlawfully imported product. Brand owners may also impose conditions which flow down the supply chain for members of the chain to check that products are of EEA origin and ensure that they can trace the supplier of specific batches of products. Brand owners should also consider using different packaging for European and non-European ranges, which will help wholesalers and retailers to clearly identify parallel imported products. Brand owners should also take advantage of advancing technology, such as radio frequency identification device tags to track individual batches of product. Brand owners should carefully consider their pricing strategies for different markets to reduce the potential profits available to parallel importers, and where different variants of a product are sold in different markets, brand owners should consider establishing an official trade channel to satisfy the consumer demand for that variant. By constant vigilance and by implementing appropriate contractual measures throughout its supply chain, it is possible for trademark owners to reduce parallel importation as far as possible.
Well, if you're impacted by parallel imports and need further advice, please contact DLA Piper. To listen and view more business podcasts, log in to ukportsandlogistics.com, your partner for international maritime trade.